The secret of the Lord is with those that fear him, and he will show them their covenants. So says the scriptures. Welcome to your favorite channel. Today we'll be doing reflection 49 and using the same Gibbs framework. Today we'll be talking about Job chapter 1, and we'll start with description. The passage describes the stories of Job, a man characterized as blameless, upright, and God-fearing. Job was blessed with wealth, a large family, and extensive property. However, a conversation occurs between God and Satan, where Satan suggests that Job's faithfulness is due to his blessing rather than the love for God. God allows Satan to test Job by taking away his possession and children. In one single day, Job experienced a devastation losses, starting from his livestock, where everything was destroyed, his servants were killed, his children died, and in a tragic accident. Despite this immense suffering, Job responds with humility and worship, acknowledging God's sovereignty and refusing to blame God. Wow, how do I feel? Wonder how Job, faith and resilience in the face of all these things happening, sadness for the tragedy he endured, especially the loss of his children. Confusion about very such suffering was permitted, even though Job was described as upright and blameless. The admiration for Job, unwavering trust in God, and his profound statement that states that the Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be glorified, quote and unquote. This is very an inspiring statement. We go to evaluation. This passage highlights both the vulnerability of human existence and the strength of faith. Job's response to the tragedy is very inspiring, showing that worship and faith can persist even in darkest time or darkest moments. However, it also raises the challenging question about divine justice and the purpose of suffering. On a positive note, the story demonstrates the value of humility and trust in God, even when circumstance seems unjust. On the negative side, it can feel unsettling that Job's faith was tested through such extreme suffering. Wow, that is very, very extreme. We go to analysis. This passage invites deeper reflection on the relationship between faith and suffering. Job's story suggests that faith is not contingent on blessing, but is rooted in trust and respect for God, regardless of life's circumstances. His reaction, tearing his clothes, shaving his head, and worshiping reflects both his humility and his spiritual maturity. But by not blaming God, Job sets an example of enduring faith. The dialogue between God and Satan introduces the idea that trials can serve to test and refine character, though it does not fully resolve mystery of suffering. We go to conclusion. This passage teaches the importance of maintaining faith and gratitude in God, even in hardship time. Job's story challenges the idea that prosperity is a sign of divine favor and reminds you, the readers, that suffering can occur even in the most faithful individual. While it is natural to grieve and question during trials, Job's response encourages trust in God. That his plan is greater than our own plan. Conclusion. in action plan. What will I do? What will you do? Having read this story, I can draw a practical lesson from Job's response in terms of personal difficulty. Now, what you will do, I will focus on maintaining faith and gratitude rather than blaming external factor or God. And we continue to practice worship and prayer as way to find strength and in time of adversity. And we also reflect on blessings and acknowledging that everything in life is temporary and entrusted by God. Finally, I will offer support to others who are going through the same suffering as inspired by Job's example of resilience and his faith. What will you do? The environment we have is us that will shaping it by our reaction. God's power is known from his own character. Your character will define you. And for you to make yourself a better word, your character matters a lot. Till I see you again, I remain Ali Abiodun. I want you to share and like. Hallelujah.